Today on our show, man,
Star Wars!
Civil War,
Dawn of Justice!
and a whole lot more. All next here on Fat Man on Batman. Welcome to Fat Man on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
Marc Bernardin.
And we're here to talk some shit.
What?
Oh, we're going to tell you things that are going on in the
So
world
much.
of pop and culture. We got both here.
Both
pop
of them?
and culture.
Not like the country and western?
No, I still left them. Blues Brothers. I tried to rock it on this young audience because they don't know from the Blues
We
Brothers.
got both kinds here, pop and culture.
That's what's next, dude. They're going to remake the Blues Brothers with all women. Like just how they're doing Ghostbusters. Now they're going to, listen to me, I sound like I'm from New England. Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters. Just like they're doing Ghostbusters all lady cast, you can do Blues Brothers all lady cast.
Soul Sisters?
I go home because it'll never get better than that. And we didn't even, it wasn't even like, you say this, I'll say Soul Sisters. Like that came off the top of his head. You saw the moment of inspiration. Marc Bernardin.
I've got the sweat coming off my head like a football player.
You're a writer.
In the
dude.
cold.
I always fancy myself a writer, but you're a writer. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this movie that needs a little help, man.
Yeah.
We here at Fat Man on Batman, we believe in helping the underdog. And there's a movie that's worth your time that you might have missed this holiday season.
You could have just flown right over your head.
See it if you can.
Yes.
Find it somewhere. It's called Star Wars The Force Awakens. There's
Yeah.
yet another Star Wars story. This motherfucker won't leave the news. As we speak, it's passing Avatar as the highest domestic,
Yes.
grossing
International
film.
has still got a ways to go.
A chunk. Yeah, that's the thing. It's already hit this one. Like if you were trying to climb Everest, they're at not base camp. They're halfway. Or are they?
Yeah, they're like the Hillary step where everybody else dies.
Okay.
I
And
think.
so far they're alive. They're like, we got plenty of oxygen.
We got all the O2 we need.
I was sitting there going like, wow, man, what a way to describe it. But it's called the Hillary what?
The Hillary step, where Sir Edmund Hillary died, I think, on that step, and his body's still buried because you can't, it turns out, bring bodies down from Everest.
And he was the first one?
Yeah, I think he was, died on, that's the mountain he chose to die on.
Literally. Guess which mountain I'm choosing to die on?
There's a step for me.
I'm so winded. All right, so they've reached the Sir Edmund Hillary level of the box office
but not the summit.
crown. Not the summit. And maybe that's how some people out there are still like, I'm telling you, man, whoever writes for Forbes, I'm not urging for somebody to lose a job, but like anybody who wrote, I don't know if this movie's actually going to make that much money.
Yes.
And writes for box office reports needs to be looked at. So suspect.
Right. I mean, there's a Better Homes and Gardening magazine I'm sure he'd be great at.
My mom could have predicted this is going to be the highest grossing film domestically at least. That's the thing. Even if you were like, you're going to make all time, I would have thrown my dick out there and been like, domestic is going to take the domestic crown. And I don't even think that's throwing your dick out there.
Not so much.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like just showing off a bulge. You don't even have to take it out.
It's like it's not even showing off a bulge. It's indicating that I enjoy sex and leaving it there. Not even saying I want it from you. But as it's here it stands to take the crown in the domestic box office chart, highest grossing film in North America of all time.
Yes.
How much further does it have to go? Another billion? No.
Another Avatar, I believe, is 2.8 billion, and Force Awakens is now at 1.5 billion.
Right now, of this recording, I think we're at 18 days max. Maybe it's like 16 days or something. So, and let's say, okay, are its best days behind it at this point? You know, has everyone who wants to see it want to see it? And is the holiday period now over, and is everyone going back to work? These are a lot of questions, Marc.
These totally are.
Yes, the answer to all of them is yes. But does that make a difference? This movie's pretty strong, even with the chatter about, like, is she a Mary Sue, or hey, this is an awful lot like another Star Wars movie I saw. And now, you know, you see pockets, people trying to write articles going like, well, now we've reconsidered it and fuck it or whatever. But it don't matter. It keeps earning. This is a really satisfying movie and stuff. There's a chance that
There's a chance.
Beyond a strong chance. I'm not even going like, you know, what was it, 1.4 right now?
It's 1.415 now. It's got to get to 2.8.
So that's another 1.3 billion.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
has it opened in China yet?
No. It's open in South Korea and is underperforming in South Korea.
Underperforming?
Yes. But overperforming in Japan.
Hey, South Korea. Which Korea is that? Kim
That's the
Jong-un or
good
other
Korea.
one? And it's the good one? Hey, get on the stick, man. We don't want prequels anymore.
Yeah,
they're on a roll.
They're just getting the first Tron in North Korea at this point.
effects are amazing.
It's like, wow, it's like Steamboat Willie's doing his thing.
The height of animation.
But I mean, here's the thing that sort of amazes me about comparing those two movies is that Star Wars has 40 years of built-in sort of fan awareness.
Absolutely.
Avatar didn't. Like, Avatar was just a movie that James Cameron dropped into the world.
It's true.
And
starts cold. I mean, yeah, granted, we all saw the movie when it was called Pocahontas.
Right,
Or any other movies that were
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves, but with blue cats. But still, you're right. It is kind of
it was like, I made this movie, and there were trailers, and we all went to go see it, apparently 8,700 times each.
And it's also like anybody could have done this. I mean, granted, maybe you wouldn't do it as good as me because I'm Jim Cameron, but anybody could have made a movie about blue cats in space, you know, and a magic tree. No, you didn't want to, and a lot of you like rode my dick about it. But ha, look at me, like, and so he's got that as well, the bragging rights of that.
And it's like, and at the time, there weren't that many 3D screens in the country, so not that many theaters could upcharge for the 3D, whereas now you could see nothing but 3D if that's what you wanted to.
So do you think Jim Cameron, I mean, do you think, like, because he's owned the top box office slot for a multiple...
Yeah, it was Titanic first, and then
he stole it from himself with Avatar.
Right.
Do you think he's sweating it all? Do you think he gives a shit? Or is it like, look, I got 18 more Avatars coming, and every one of them blue cats is going to make money, bitch, 2.8 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, kitties up the wazoo for you for the next decade.
He's like, the thing about cats, they never die. 9 lives, and they're all blue.
Now and forever.
Memories. All right, so
yeah, but I still think like, it's got a shot, but it's a long shot at this point.
Long shot?
According to box office prognosticators who don't work for Forbes, it's I mean, basically it's got to gross like a Dark Knight level. Like it's got to make another 1.3 billion, which would be a massive hit already.
But I mean, considering we're only
like another Avengers on top of this.
On top. It's not showing signs of wearing, am I correct?
93 million or something last weekend.
And granted, that was a holiday weekend. You have your holiday multiplier and stuff. But I feel like
even still,
it could still. I don't think I'm.
And I would
putting
not
much neck out there. Maybe just a little tip. When I stick a tip out the zipper by going, I think it's going to do it.
I would not also put it past Disney to wisely re-release it before Rogue One opens next Christmas.
Go to a 2-shot. There's your smart money right there.
Like they will totally double pump this into theaters just so they get another 30, 40 million at the tail end.
If that gets them there too.
If it gets them there.
All right. Regardless, obviously, an over-the-top success and stuff. I believe in JJ. I think he's going to get there. But let's talk about something Star Wars related that's weird, and not like, yay, everyone. This movie, this Force Awakens picture, is one of the most inclusive pieces of anything ever created by mankind. Would you agree?
I think so.
Holy cap!
There's 2 ladies in it.
And it feels like every race is represented this time, and it feels like even like Chewie comes off better.
I know.
Like if you count the animal race or whatever. So it's just like it's very inclusive. You know, old characters, brand new characters, and whatnot. Yet there's still this bizarre stumbling block when it comes to like making the toys.
Yeah.
Most people know this, right? I throw up the picture of the Monopoly board. In question, the Monopoly board here, Star Wars Monopoly. Now let's hold on that picture and look at these 4 characters. You got Finn, brand new to the Star Wars universe. You got Kylo Ren, also brand new to the Star Wars universe. Now, perhaps you're playing Generations here, so when you include young Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, and you also include Darth Vader. Now, question about this, Darth Vader ain't even really in, other than his mashed up, smashing pumpkin's helmet. He's not really in The Force Awakens. Granted, this is Star Wars Monopoly, not just The Force Awakens Monopoly, but you see 4 players on that chessboard or on the Monopoly board. One of them ain't even in the movie.
Right.
We all know that the main character in The Force Awakens is Finn at this point. I mean, I'm Rey at this point.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Finn. Where's Rey?
Where's Princess Leia, for that matter, who is also in this movie and alive and not dead. But
Or
yes,
BB-8.
where's your Rey?
Yeah.
Where is your Rey is the question that people have been asking, especially about the dolls and the action figures. She's been very scarce. She's now like a collectible where you've got to like scavenge your Toys R Us's to find the one Rey.
She's a chase figure?
Apparently, at this point.
I went into a Disney store over Christmas and I saw a lot of Stormtroopers, a lot of Kylo Rens, but you're right, I didn't see.
There's not a ton, man. Like, you've got to hunt to make the complete set.
But once again, this is a toy manufacturer going, I know toys and girls don't buy this, so we're not going to, but it's like, come on, stop saying that.
It's also Monopoly, you know?
Yeah, this isn't even like, hey man, I don't want to fucking go through the process of making plastic molds for a Rey doll nobody's going to buy, if that's your ethos. I personally believe they'd buy like crazy. This is Monopoly.
Yeah.
You play it with it's not like me and my dad and my brother and my grandpa are all going to play Monopoly because it's a man's game.
Because only men like money.
You know,
and
if you remember
estate.
the original Monopoly, it was like a shoe, a dog, a hat, genderless pieces, an iron. Anybody could play Monopoly. But now, if you're a girl and you're looking at Star Wars Monopoly, you're like,
right.
I guess it's out.
Here's the official statement from Hasbro.
Hasbro they walked it back, did they?
They tried to. The Star Wars Monopoly game was released in September, months before the movie's release, and Rey was not included to avoid revealing a key plot line that she takes on Kylo Ren and joins the Rebel Alliance, a spokesperson for Hasbro explained.
Oh, you know what that is.
Which, bullshit.
Bullshit! Come on, man.
Yeah.
You could put Rey. Rey was on the posters. Rey was in the first trailer.
Like, how does including the figure reveal anything beyond there's a girl in this movie?
Unless they're like, well, we had a figure of her fighting Kylo Ren as one giant figure. But you're like, if you're just making single pieces, you're fine. It's unconscionable at this point. I'm not saying like this is a travesty, like in remember the character in the prequels? This is a travesty. But come on, this is a game usually not for all ages. You got to be a certain age to play Monopoly because it involves money, I guess. I don't know. You got to have some brains. You can't just. Right. It's not like a pop-o-matic.
A bit of math.
It's a little enough to be like 5 and up or some such shit.
It's not a Hungry Hippo. It's Monopoly.
Well, I wish it was Hungry Hippo. Did you imagine a Star Wars version of Hungry Hippo?
Just eating planets. I got Kashyyyk.
Clum. This is a game that everybody plays.
Yeah.
Both genders. Like, it seems
and even more than Hasbro missing it, I'm surprised that Lucasfilm missed it, because Lucasfilm needs to ratify and sign off on everything that's licensed with a Star Wars thing on it. So ultimately, somebody there had to be like, oh, yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Maybe they didn't realize. Like, I'm sure a Rey piece will come later on.
Yeah, is that like an add-on? Is that downloadable content? For
is that DLC in this board game? How it happens is so weird, but I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, what you have is people in positions of power who, make plastic for a living. These pushing plastic people for a living and stuff, and they know their job. I'm not saying they don't, but it's like they're going from this conventional common wisdom, like years of experience. Like, no girl wants to buy. How do you know? Unless you force it down their throat, like you force 18 versions of Batman down my throat. Like,
and these guys had to have seen this coming from the way the community responded to there being no Black Widow figures after the. I mean, come on, guys. This is not the first time we've had to do this.
Disney can't be sitting there going, "Wait a second,
what?
This is new to us.
It's a trap."
Other toy news. So it's not the end of the world, but it's a missed opportunity. Like,
it's money on the table.
There it is. Money on the table. Why would you not want to sell the 51% of the population?
Yeah, and Disney, you know what princesses do for you, right?
And you got one, man. I mean, she's a general now, but technically a princess.
You got a space princess just waiting to happen.
Maybe that's why they kept throwing in those princess comments in Force Awakens. Like Disney leaning on JJ going, she's a princess. And he's like, she's a general now. Like, you better mention princess.
Once upon a time, she was a princess.
That's how we sell the toys. It's just... you want to make everybody happy, recall it, jam a Rey in there, send it back into the world. You'll get a huge press influx.
Yep.
And you'll get a bunch of customers going, well, now I'm buying it. And they weren't even going to buy it last time. That's free.
Right. Insidious, but we'll give it to you.
It's marketing, though,
It's marketing.
Moving on in the toy news.
Yes, what else we got?
Toys, Marc. I felt like a broadcaster for a minute. Toys. Go to a two-shot. Toys, Marc.
Toys
are what every child dreams of. No, toys lead our news this week because toys are starting to be spoilers in the movie community. Toilers, if you will.
Toilers.
Because basically, I'm coining that phrase right now.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Copyright. Hashtag fat man on Batman.
Toilers.
Toilers are happening left and right, Marc, because you got to sell a toy months before the movie comes out. So they've got to put together a catalog, like the Diamond Distributors catalog or something. Like the Diamond Select Toy Makers, guys we do all our toys with, they put like pictures of the figures in 6 months before they're even
Yeah.
remotely done. You gotta.
I mean, like Toy Fair is in what, January, which is always like 4, 5, 6 months before these movies are coming out.
And it used to be no big deal. You go to Toy Fair and you'd be like, holy crap, that's what that's gonna look like. That is great. But in the age of the internet, man, somebody's like, and then puts it online.
Yep.
And billion-dollar franchise gets spoiled, and you can't measure the effect yet. You don't know. Does it increase? Does it decrease interest? What have you? But no, publicly traded movie studio wants to play that game. They want to control everything up to the last possible minute. So the idea of like, this toy just spoiled the whole movie is really irritating and whatnot. And a problem, apparently. Such a problem that there was a Funko Pop and Lego and a German Lego catalog may have spoiled a big part of Civil War. Now, if you don't want, go to Two Shot. Because he better be on the hook for this too.
Yes.
I ain't getting in trouble by myself. If you don't want to know, get out now.
Just do it. Just
Just
jump.
pause, fast forward, jump
Eject
ahead.
button.
Yeah, a minute ahead from now. According to these toys, and this is not a huge spoiler, I think, but some people would be like, I wanted to be surprised, you fat dick.
If you know anything about this character, then you know what will happen to this character.
I was shocked they didn't do it in the first one, but I was like, oh, they're saving it. What do you do in a sequel? The character of Ant-Man in the comics has also been Ant-Man as well. So they're saying with toys that Ant-Man is going to become Giant Man in Civil War. Like, you already had my money, but could you imagine now just like
Stompy.
He reaches down. There's some concept art. What we're looking at right here is
Right.
they're
Like
talking about there's a scene where Ant-Man's on a
Yeah, where like Hawkman does the Ant-Man riding the bow and arrow.
Hawkeye.
Hawkman. So we'll get to that in the next show.
The guy who helps the amazing Ant-Man do something, the other guy, bow and arrow boy, he shows up again as well.
Renner.
If we're lucky, what they're not showing us in the trailer is Hawkeye gets killed in the middle of the Civil War.
By Kylo Ren.
Oh, my Lord. Or Chewie. Either way. That's fantastic. Put them all together, man, like that Lego game.
Oh, it's all in Disney.
There it is. Look at that toy. That's from the German catalog. Look at the giant man. So Ant-Man goes and just gets big in Civil War. If they did that, it's so smart, man.
Yep.
I thought they'd hold it for Ant-Man 2. At Ant-Man 2, they get to go micro, and they get to go find,
The Wasp.
oh, come on. It's going to be amazing. But, so there, man, their toys are spoiling it. We know something cool is about to happen in Civil War that we didn't know otherwise.
I know. And
I'm glad I know it.
Speaking of toilers, we've also got one for Dawn of Justice.
It's a hell of a segue right there. That's
good
right, man.
segue.
The Toilers have even affected the DC universe. It's not just the Marvel universe.
Everybody gets a piece.
They're the what is the movie called?
The Dawn of Justice.
BVS, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which is coming in all over your face, neck, and chest in March. This show is called Fat Man on Batman, so obviously we're very excited about the prospect. I know a little bit.
Ooh.
But I haven't seen the movie yet, but I hope to very soon. But there's a special coming up, Mark, this CW special. They're doing 2 half hours on January 19th. First half hour is a look at Legends of Tomorrow, a fantastic new show that they've done, and me and Mark will be talking about that.
We saw it.
Yeah. Boy, do we see the shit out of it. It's amazing. Tune in like in a couple weeks. But that half hour is all about that, behind the scenes and stuff. Second half hour, they're doing this thing it's crazy. It's called, I don't know what it's officially called, but essentially it's a DC Universe movie special. So they're going
smart.
right? So they're like, we're starting our movie universe, so let's put something on TV for like my mom, who's just like, what? Batman's fighting Superman? I thought they were super friends. So there's this like primer that kind of shows you, this is Batman v Superman. We're introducing Wonder Woman for the first time. Here's some footage of Wonder Woman, exclusive footage they're going to show.
Nice.
Exclusive footage, Batman v Superman, behind the scenes stuff. And then the whole thing ends with the world premiere of the Suicide Squad trailer, the second Suicide Squad trailer, really the first official one, because the San Diego Comic-Con one got forced out.
Right.
This is the first official one, which I've seen, and it's phenomenal. So to kick open the doors of their movie universe, they did this thing where they're like, we're going to take a half hour of TV time because we own a network.
We got one of those.
And we got an audience that's tuned into like heroes and shit like that. But it reminded me, go to Two Shot, it reminded me of like when I was a kid, and this wasn't, it was in the 90s, so I wasn't that much of a kid. But when Batman Returns came out, they did a special on TV. It was called The Cat, the Bat, and the Penguin. And it was a behind-the-scenes special where they introduced the characters and like behind-the-scenes footage and clips of the trailer. But I remember it was hosted by Robert Urich, which
because of course
Spencer for Hire, who had nothing to do with that movie. Like I remember watching it and going like, I wonder if Bob Urich pops up as a cop or something. Yeah. He had nothing to do with it. They just got the most
recognizable person on television
who was willing to do it.
Yes.
Years later, dude, I am Bob Urich. Like I was sitting there hosting this show about movies I had nothing to do with, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm the new Bob Urich.
So
man.
Does that make me Hawk?
Spencer Fire returns in 2016. Spencer Hawk, man. And then when my show, when I'm done, A Man Called Hawk.
A Man Called Hawk.
It's gonna be amazing.
Hey.
That's some deep cuts if you used to watch TV.
If you know anything about ABC.
Oh, my Lord.
Mid-'80s.
That was such a good pull. So right now, shit getting spoiled left and right, man.
Yes.
Even includes Batman v Superman. A toy, Marc.
What?
Yes.
What?
Has once again spoiled everybody's good time.
Fucking toys.
Mattel Toys have spoilers for Lex Luthor and Batman. Now, let's look at this and see if they are spoilers. Throw this picture up, gentlemen. Right there seemed to indicate that Batman, who looks like he does in the movie posters, Superman, who looks like he does in the movie posters and the artwork we've seen in the trailer, will fight a Lex Luthor that's dressed in not just a battle armor, but purple and green that hones back to the old bald Lex Luthor suit from like the Super Friends and stuff. There's a better shot of it. Now, let's be fair. That Batman, he doesn't appear exactly like that in the movie.
A little too blue.
And Superman, like, you know, he can't really, he doesn't have like winter variants. The only variant Superman costume has at this point is underwear on the outside or underwear on the inside.
Bikini briefs.
So, could be a thong. So this middle thing, this Lex Luthor armor, that could be a spoiler. Or it also could be absolutely nothing.
It could just be that selling a Jesse Eisenberg doll isn't going to move. So we got to doll up Luthor in some fashion.
They're like, how do we move this? Isn't this a Mark Zuckerberg figure? They're like, give him battle armor. Like, what about Wonder Woman? Like, don't make that figure. What are you, crazy?
Come on.
They're not even making Rays. Like, don't.
And that movie, did you see what it made?
And they made a lot of money. Like, we can only dream.
Nobody wants those.
It is, I don't know if that's a spoiler. Because we've seen when they do movie figures, sometimes they're like this, and it had nothing to do with the movie.
Totally. Like, we have to figure out a way to get, you know, an 11-year-old boy to want to buy a Luthor figure. How else do you do that? Besides, like, well, he's got his special collectible Keds on and his super awesome straggly hair. So.
Yeah, you don't want to try the approach of like, well, he's really going for it this time, kids. Like, Eisenberg's reaching deep to find his inner Luthor. So he always gives, and in this time, his performance, he's going all the way. You know, kids like, put him in armor. Like, all right.
I just want the throwback Gene Hackman doll. No,
yeah,
that's
right?
what I want.
Because you could put him in armor as well.
Oh, I want Otis. If somebody makes me an Otis doll, I will buy that happily.
You know what I'm saying? A Ned Beatty, because then you don't even have to just play Superman. You could play Deliverance as well, and you can make him squeal like a pig and whatnot. And kneel before Zod and squeal like a pig.
As long as when you pull the ring on his back, he plays the Luthor. Hello, Mr. Luthor.
No, if you pull the string, you pull his string. It's got to be. And then he's down on the floor. So there's another image. Let's look at this other image real quick, man. The another potential spoiler figure.
Ah, yes.
This is saying that Batman has kryptonite gauntlets. So in order to fight Superman, he puts on some gold, emerald kryptonite gloves. Now, is that a spoiler? Because look, he's wearing an outfit we know for a fact he's never going to wear in that movie.
It's Studio 54. Batman.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's Fabulous Man right there.
Gauntlet Assault.
It's really Beige Man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Burnt Sienna Man.
Doesn't necessarily burnt sienna. Doesn't really mean that happens in the movie. Doesn't mean, but if he's fighting Superman, I'm sure kryptonite's involved somewhere.
Right. I mean, you see some kryptonite in that first trailer.
Lex
like
Luthor.
you see the glow of green.
So maybe Batman makes gloves out of it.
It cost him a fortune.
One kryptonite bullet, Superman's done. Marc Millar told me that years ago. He was just like, you know why Superman's difficult to write? And I was like, why? He was just like, one kryptonite bullet and you never have to tell the story again. He's too powerful and he's too weak at the same time.
Huh.
Interesting concept.
Well done.
He's a smart writer. Very successful, too.
I know. He does things.
I remember at the time thinking, what do you know? Where are you going to go in life? Now look at him.
Yeah,
Called up the other day. I was like, can I work on a Kingsman? He's like, fuck off, mate. Hung up the fucking
Fuck off,
phone.
fuck you.
I was like, all right, peace be with you, Mark Moore. All right, man. So, toy people.
Yes.
Keep it in your pants. Stop with the toilers. Copyright Kevin Mark.
Toilers.
Stop with them toilers. Quit playing them mind games.
Yeah. Hey, do you know who showed up on Gotham?
Tell me.
Well, according to some pictures from the set, Pee Wee Herman.
Get out of here.
Paul Reubens.
I know you are, but what am I? Paul Reubens showing up to play, I would only imagine, Penguin's father.
Yes.
Which he played once before in?
Ooh, Batman the Animated Series?
No, Batman Returns.
Shut up.
Remember? Batman Returns.
I blocked out so much of that from our commentary track.
That's true. If you ever want to listen to the commentary track we did for Batman Returns, nobody asked for it, but boy, is it fun.
Yes.
You can't believe this was a kid's movie. They had a Happy Meal associated with this film.
The saddest
In the
meal
very
ever.
beginning, Paul Reubens and the girl who was the waitress in Pee-wee's Big Adventure in the dinosaur head, they play Oswald Cobblepot's parents, and they, put him in the basket
right,
and send him down
the river.
So years later, they're doing stealing a little bit out of the Berlanti playbook by being like, hey, this guy,
We had that guy before. He's coming back again.
it's smart, and look how easy it is, and I'm sure Paul Reubens is happy, and I'm sure we got something to talk about. Us happy. People who are like, hey, I know what that is, makes them feel smart. This is good. Everybody wins. with a
Nobody
move
loses.
like this. Nobody loses. So that's kind of cute. Let's talk about other casting things. Man.
Yes, let's do that.
We watch the Berlanti universe, of course,
Yes.
him and I, and you should too if you're not. If you,
Come
especially
on, really.
Wait, go to Two Shot. Don't be a dick.
No.
Watch The Flash at least. Heavens, go watch me cry over The Flash. It'll make you watch The
Don't be
Flash.
stupid. Be a smarty.
Yeah.
Come and join Berlanti's party.
Stealing from the best.
If you
And
have to.
rework. Yes, smart. In this space, nobody steals from Mel Brooks, so that was
It's
a good
homages.
move. Bust some Robin Hood Men in Tights as well. Flash is a wonderful show if you're not watching it. And this season, they ripped open the asshole of Earth 2, so they could throw any character at us and it doesn't mean anything. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, God.
So they could take, King Shark showed up, and then they were like, Earth 2. Everything's Earth 2. You just be like, if it don't make sense, Earth 2. So they promised, it gave us a vision at the end of the season finale of the first season of Flash. He saw Killer Frost.
Yes.
Killer Frost is coming, and there she is. These are stolen shots, I think, from online.
From
They're-
Canada Graphs.
Canada Graph stole it. We stole this because they shoot that up in Vancouver. There she is, man.
Awesome.
There's it was Caitlin Snow as Killer Frost.
So good.
Now we knew that was coming because we saw that image and they talked about it. She talked about it in some interviews, I think. What we didn't know, they had Firestorm originally played by Martin Stein, who was played by what's his name?
Victor Garber.
Victor Garber. And then originally it was Robbie Amell, who's Arrow's cousin, Stephen Amell. He was playing Ronnie Raymond, who was half of Firestorm. He got, spoilers, killed, given his life. For all of us. you
Demised.
Fucking selfish pigs. But then Martin Stein was like, I need a new boy. And he went and found a youngster.
Hey, find a black guy.
And he did.
Which is what you do.
Jackson, I think his name
I think
is.
so. Don't
Not
remember.
I'm not as familiar with the character, but regardless, now that's who's on Legends of Tomorrow as Firestorm. In Earth 2, though, Firestorm doesn't have to be who Firestorm is in Earth 1.
Also doesn't have to be nice.
Could be a bad guy.
Yes.
Excellent. Throw up that artwork. Guess what this is right there? That is a sneak peek at Deathstorm.
Deathstorm.
And that's what the real Deathstorm looks like, man. The Darkest Night miniseries that
Looks like he's wearing a skirt.
a little bit, right? Crossed over all the DC books a few years back. They zombified everybody. Everybody was dead. Everybody had a dead version of themselves, kind of like Marvel Zombies, but more interesting. And that was their idea of like, yeah, man, the anti-Firestorm be Deathstorm. Deathstorm is coming, dude.
Wow.
And on Earth 2, spoilers, him and Caitlin are a couple. So Killer Frost and Deathstorm are still together
That's so
and in
sweet.
love. It's pretty damn impressive, man. That, and I guess the last bit of casting news we could talk about, of course, is on Supergirl.
Yeah.
They've cast, I forget what's his name is, Toyman, but we got a picture. That's more important. Look at him. That's the Toyman right there. Which one? The older guy.
Yeah.
I love that actor. Somebody tell me that actor's name.
Oh, dude.
He was in The Boys of St. Vincent. He was also the dude who was like Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise in the restaurant when it broke the fish tank with the gum and all the.
Oh, right.
He's that guy.
That guy.
He's. I like that actor
I'm
a bit.
blanking on his name.
I mean, listen to us.
We're
We're
getting
such. What broadcasters
Yes.
were like? You know that guy? Good. That guy good.
Let's go to the videotape.
He's playing Toyman, and that's a get for that show. Just like Victor Garber is a get for
I know.
for Arrow, Flash, and now Legends. of
Like it
Tomorrow.
feels like that's the sort of thing that started, I think, with Battlestar, when they were like, you know what? Let's get some big shiny fucking actors to be in this. Like these big, amazing, like stage veterans and screen veterans, and Emmy nominees will absolutely help sell what could be something ridiculous.
Right.
You know, so you get your fucking Victor Garbers.
And all these people presumably have children, nieces, nephews, children somewhere in their lives where they're like, hey, it's a couple weeks work, I'll go do it. Henry Czerny, that's it, man. I believe he's a Canadian actor, man. He's so damn good. He's a get for them as Toyman.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you would have told him 20 years ago, you're going to play Toyman, he'd be like, you're out of your
I think he's in
mind.
Clear and Present Danger also.
Yes,
He goes way
bitch.
back.
He was in he had a career like mine. It was all about the 90s, and then, you didn't see him for a while, but now he's back. This Toyman, he never went anywhere, man, but he's always worked consistently. But there's a couple movies where he was that guy
Like
who's always
slimy
like,
bureaucrat.
I'm going to have to. And you didn't know if he was the bad guy or the badder guy, you know what I'm saying?
Like he was always like the lesser of two evils until he became the evil.
Maybe that's why he was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I
want to be a
And he
hero.
just stopped.
God
Yeah,
damn
he's
it.
like, when will I be the hero? Well, he's back and he's playing Toyman, man. Henry Czerny, what a good actor. Crazy, dude. If you had told me like 20 years ago, the dude from The Boys of St. Vincent, which is amazing. If you've never seen The Boy, I mean, it's sad, it's depressing. It's about kids getting molested in Canada. Listen to me. I'm like, you got to see it. Oh, my God. It's so hot.
Do you want a good time? You should watch this movie. The best time.
It is. It's a wonderful piece of acting and gripping drama and stuff, and heartbreaking at the same time. And it was like balls to the wall Canadian TV before like America was touching the subject matter and stuff. Pun intended. But
Best
shouldn't
pun.
be. Yeah, horrible dark pun. Deathstorm dark is what I'm talking about. But it's the fact that it's happening.
God damn it, man. Like there's white Martians on that show.
Yeah.
There's
They got
the Martian
Toyman.
Manhunter.
They got White Martians. John Jones and her. There's a episode coming up called "Strange Visitor from Another Planet," which is normally referred to Superman, of course, but it refers to her, of course. But it also refers to the Martian Manhunter. They're gonna because they haven't met yet, technically, right? Like she knows the dude, but she doesn't know that he's the Martian Manhunter.
No.
So
Howard
she'll get to
doesn't.
team up with the Martian Manhunter and still not know it's that Hank Henshaw. Right? It's kind of, it's kind of cool. They write
love
themselves. It's clever. I would do something where I'm like, they talk about Star Wars and pussy, and then the show would be canceled. But these cats are like, no, you thread the needle. You set things up. You
What's
see
anal like on Mars?
All right. I would never go that far.
Sorry.
Because who knows?
A line too
Who
far.
knows what anal's like on Mars? Let's leave them with that. Think about it.
Harmonies.
Could be fun. Could be better than it is here on Earth. Should be. Christ. Anal on Mars got to be better. Anything's better than anal on Earth. I'll tell you that right now. Ouch.
The Martian.
Yeah.
Sequel.
Like, how'd he get up there? He muttered something about anything's got to be better than anal on Earth. Went right to Mars.
How do you like them anals?
Joke of the night. Unbelievable. Great pull. That's all the news we got for you right now, man. We're going to jump off. We're going to come back in a couple days and hit you with more news, more kind of fun stuff. But for
Grab
now,
bag,
man,
even.
that's all we got. You got anything?
I got nothing, man.
There it is. Star Wars, Civil War, Dawn of Justice.
Deathstorms.
Isn't it crazy? Like, you just say these words and people are like,
There it is. I think it moved.
stock hard. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it did.
It's a great time to be alive, kids. Not because of freedoms and stuff like that, because we're seeing the characters we love. Finally done right. There's going to be a giant man in a movie. Fuck. That makes me happy. I got nothing to do with it, but I feel proud for some reason, right?
Yes. As we should. We did this. We did this.
We
You and I.
did,
We
Marc.
did this.
There it is. We're Bob Urich.
You're Bob Urich. I'm Avery Brooks. We'll see you guys next week.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, click that thing below that says subscribe. Every time you click that, you save a baby kitten from murder.